Oppo Find X3 Pro is now announced. The Find X line has 3 smartphones now. So let's look at this new Oppo flagship smartphone spec sheet and see how it is. Disclaimer, this is not a review of the phone, it is just a review of the spec sheet. I never have used the phone and I am just saying my opinion about the spec sheet, not the phone. If you want to see some actual reviews, I will leave some links in the description below. You can check them out. And now let's get into the video. Before starting, I would like to request you to subscribe to our channel for more tech videos or no upcoming phones. The OnePlus 9 is coming soon, so subscribe for that. So let's start with what you mostly interact when using your phone, the display. This is highlighted as one of its main features because it is on the top of their website. It has a 10-bit screen, basically meaning that it can display 1 billion colors as compared to a normal 8-bit screen which can only display 16 million colors. The display is also a 6.7-inch Quad HD AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, pretty standard for a flagship phone. It also is very bright with a 1300 nits of brightness, and I would give this display an 8 out of 10. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to the processor and memory. The processor is the new Snapdragon 888. It is probably the fastest processor on the market right now. It is very snappy and fast. Paired with the 120Hz display, it probably has no lag in basically any app you can throw at it. Pairing with the processor, we have 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Pretty good as well. I would give the core specs a 9 out of 10. Pretty good specs for the price. Now onto the battery and charger of the phone. This phone has a 4500 mAh battery and 65 watt fast charger. It actually has a charger in the box. That is very rare thing these days. Anyway, this phone has a good amount of battery and pretty fast charging. I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. This is pretty good for the high-end segment. This phone has a 50 megapixel main camera with another 50 megapixel camera, but it is an ultra wide. It also has a micro camera, not a macro, which is 3 megapixel. It also has a telephoto camera with 13 megapixels of resolution. This camera system is very weird. The main camera and the ultra wide has the same 50 megapixel high resolution, which is weird and exciting. It also has a micro camera with 60 times zoom. 60 times. These are some photos from this camera from Mrwhosetheboss'es videos, which I personally like, and I have left a link in the description of his videos where he actually tests the phone. Anyway, this is awesome. We have been fooled by the 2 megapixel macro for over a year. Finally, we have a good macro camera. Thanks Oppo, this is awesome. This phone also has 13 megapixel zoom camera and has 3 times optical zoom, which is good. And the front camera is 32 megapixel resolution, which is respectable. This camera system is awesome just because of the micro camera, and I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. Also, if I could, I would give it an 11 out of 10. Now on to the design. I am not a fan. It's like if they took the iPhone's sleek camera layout and made it look bad. Unlike the iPhone, it has 3 cameras which are different sizes and the 4th looks awkward. Also, the microphone hole looks like someone accidentally drilled a hole between these 2 cameras. It's just that I'm not a fan of this back of this phone. But the front looks like a normal phone with a selfie camera cut out at the top left corner. I like the front but do not like the back. I would give this a 5 out of 10, saved just by the front camera. The price of this phone is 1150 euros and 71,000 Indian rupees. The price in Europe is pretty high because Europe charges more import duties or something. I don't know, it's some tax, I don't know, but the price in India is a great deal. So for the final thoughts on this phone, it's good. It has a very good camera system but not a good design. So if you don't care about this side, it's a really good phone, and adding all the scores, this phone gets 40 out of 50. And if you don't count the display, it gets a 35 out of 40. 40 out of 50 is a very good score, and it's 80%. Comment down below what your score for this phone is. Do you agree with me or not? And with that, thanks for watching. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video. Click on the left to subscribe. Click on the right to see one of our other videos. We will see you in the next video. Bye.